Anderson, your line is now live.
And Linton, welcome back. I want to start going back to the last fight somewhat. I know you fought heavyweight prior to Bellator, but with a couple of
Yeah,
fights under your belt now and the win over Sergey, do you really feel like you've settled in the weight class?
I really do. I felt like the first fight, I just came in too heavy, thinking, the heavier you are, the better you are. Again, that's not the case because if you've never fought at that weight and you just go into a fight like that, it's totally different. You've got to think of obviously the lights, the cameras, the adrenaline rush, the person trying to punch and kick you, trying to move. And I felt like them extra pounds that I had on definitely played a factor. So I went back and I spoke to the coaches and we just said, maybe bring it back. Don't come in as heavy. I walk around about 240 anyway. So why not just stay at that weight? There's no need to add on extra weight. And yeah, I really feel like my performance, showed everyone that I'm here to stay. And, I'm going to prove that wasn't a fluke.
And you had the third round finish, obviously some excellent ground and pound work. And
Second,
then
second round.
second round, sorry about that.
Second round, mate.
And then Honey's kind of a different beast. He's got the black belt, different fighter on
Yeah.
the ground. So how do you approach this one?
Again, I'm not bothered about the ground game because I fought black belts before. I trained with black belts, and I'm a grappler myself. So yeah, if it goes to the ground, I'm more than happy to show him, that I'm the better grappler on the ground as well as this better striker on the feet. So I haven't got a problem with it going to the ground at all.
And last one for me, I asked Honey this as well.
Yeah.
He missed the fans being present. What are your expectations in the empty arena? Are you looking forward to being able to hear that corner a little clearer, or are you a guy who feeds off that energy from the crowd?
You know what? It is nice to have people chanting your name, but also, at the end of the day, I feel like when you do fight, you sort of zone out anyway. Again, like the coach is shouting your name, you do hear set words, but you're in there sort of not on your own, but you end up sort of having tunnel vision, and it sort of ends up you're just on autopilot a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna miss the fans, but also I feel like it's not really gonna change that much. But again, we will see.
Steve Jewin.
Thank you, Linton. We've spoken a few
What's
times
up?
before, so
How you
I
doing?
feel like you're the right guy to ask this question. Gareth Davies challenged
Yeah.
me to a charity fight, your fellow countryman. So if I needed a sparring partner, somebody in my corner, would you be available?
I don't know. I could do it to Gareth though, you know.
I was hoping maybe you could, but all respect to Gareth. It's nothing but love. I just like
I
to
know, I
tease him
know,
a
I
little
know, I
bit.
know.
But seriously
Well,
though, this fight,
that.
you've had just one opponent to train for, and that's Ronny Markes, but he's
Yeah,
trained for multiple people. So do you
I
feel
know.
you're better prepared at this point than him?
Yeah, I do. And also I feel like I've been more active than him as well. He's had I think three different opponents. But now I'm obviously going to be his fourth. But yeah, I feel like I'm more prepared than him, and I feel like it will show on the night as well.
I know you just mentioned that beating Sergey wasn't a fluke, but what does it mean to you not just to get a win over Sergey, but to get a win over Hani and really say, I'm here to stay at heavyweight?
Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly the statement I'm going to make. I'm here to stay. Some people may think it was a fluke and whatever, but I had the right game plan, the right mindset. I knew what to do, and I had the right game plan, and I executed it right. So a big win over Ronnie will show people that I'm either next or one more fight to fight for that title.
Gareth.
What's up, mate?
Yeah, this is London calling, Linton. How are you?
London's calling.
I'm really glad you decided not to go into the corner of Steve Jewon.
Hey, see, I didn't even know he was online. There we go, man.
Yeah,
My
give it a
allegiance.
beat down. It might be in the bar, but whatever.
Might be in the bar, yeah?
Yeah. It's lovely to see you, mate. You look so well. But I every time I look at you now, I can't believe you made 205. And when you look back on it now, do you do the same thing?
Yes, I look at myself and I'm like, what did I do? I look like a stick action figure. It's and it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice cutting that weight. But I mentioned to the other guys in the other room, just interviewed just then, I had such a good run at light heavyweight. Like I fought some of the best, beat some of them, lost to some of them, had 2 title fights. So that's why I felt like I kept at it. It was that hunt for light heavyweight. But yeah, now at heavyweight, I do think to myself, why did I do that to myself? But again, we're here now, we're at heavyweight, and I feel good. I feel amazing.
You look amazing as well.
Thank you.
It's a weird thing, though, isn't it? That psychologically, it's not just you. There are so many fighters in boxing, in MMA, who realize in the end there is a weight they should be at, and you might be 5'10". Mike Tyson was 5'10" in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, but it's his skill set. So
yeah,
you've got this. I mean, you're happier. I mean, is it better? Do you find it's better being happier in fight week?
Yeah.
And all of that.
Yeah, because it's stressful. People that don't fight, it's different. You don't understand the stress you get. You're like, oh, it's fight week, damn. And you got all these things going through your head. You don't want to get knocked out. You don't want to lose. You don't want to get embarrassed. All these things, it's just being human. So yeah, being able, and obviously cutting weight, you can't eat. You know what I mean? You can't drink. You know what I mean? People are talking to you and you get a bit antsy and a bit agitated. You know, you can't do certain things. At heavyweight, I can still eat, go to bed with a full belly, drink as much water as I like. You know what I mean? The energy is so much better. And even in the training room, I can actually give my all rather than I'm cutting weight and not be able to punch the pads properly or kick properly or do like a sprawl. So it's so much better for people that are thinking of doing it. I would definitely suggest give it a go. You know, if you're one of them people that are cutting so much weight and feeling horrible, you know, when it comes to fight day or cut the weight cut day, then definitely give it a try.
And finally, Linton, before Dan cuts me off,
well, cut me off. I'm the one rambling.
Basically, I know you've got to get through Ronny Markes on Thursday, and you're both formidable fighters. Will you not be content in your career unless you have a run at the title in Bellator and that you at least fight for it, if not win it?
Yeah, of course not. Of course not. My passion is to win that. You know what I mean? I know I can do it. You know, and I feel like we have these life lessons. You know, I had my try at light heavyweight. Okay, it didn't work. I'm not going to go home and cry about it and stop. Now I found a new life. I feel so much better at heavyweight. You know, so yeah. Again, I'm going to give it a run at heavyweight, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I won't be content. Definitely not. If you know, I don't win.
Jim?
Linton, where did you train for this fight, and who trained you in this one?
So I was at Sanford MMA, my gym back up in Florida. I had quite a lot of people helping me for this camp. Not former, but Steve Marry, he's a contender. What's the word I'm looking for? He actually fights for Bellator himself, so he's an athlete, signed athlete to the roster. I can't think of the names. Ong Lang Sang is in my corner. AJ Rumble Johnson, Victor Pesta. The list goes on. So I've had a good training partners. So yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for this.
And you mentioned South Florida and Sanford MMA. I'm in South Florida, and I'm just curious, what is it like there at Sanford MMA? It's just South Florida in general. There's so much MMA talent training in this area.
Yeah, we have the best gym. Again, we have Henry Hooft, we have Greg Jones, we have Cami Barzan, we have Corey Peacock. We have a solid team and a solid coaches. And it's one of the best teams in the world. And I'm glad I made the move, you know. From where I was training in England, I just didn't have the training partners. Here I have everyone from all over the world. So I'm more than happy that I made the move, and it's one of the best gyms in the world, again, as I just said.
And lastly, from me in South Florida, what is it like in the winters down here for you compared to England?
It's still cold. It is still cold. Like I think I'm used to having that Florida weather. So when it goes below like 75, like I'm a bit disappointed, you know. But you know, I'm going back to England soon for a little while. So I think I'll be staying indoors for that.
Thank you.
No worries.
Donna?
Hi, Linton. How's it going?
How you doing? I'm good.
Not too bad. So, talk to me about Ronny Markes. Whereabouts, like you fought the absolute creme de la creme of Bellator's light heavyweights, of heavyweights.
Yeah.
Where does he rank in terms of the people you're going to have stepped in there with?
He's up there. He's up there. I wouldn't say he's in the top. On rank it out of 10, he's not in the top 8. Again, that's no disrespect to him because I fought some world champions. But yeah, he's up there. He's up there, and again, he's going to bring it. I know he's not coming to lay down and make it an easy night for me.
And like you've kind of alluded to before, this is very much a fight to secure your spot in the heavyweight division and show people that you're there to stay. Where does it put you in the ranks? It looks like Tim Johnson is going to be the next contender, the next number one. Where do you see yourself in the division, supposing you win on Thursday night?
So I was speaking about this. So I feel like other than the champion, I feel like there's 2 people above me, which is, as I said, you mentioned Tim Johnson and then Modosky. And I feel like I'm right there underneath because I lost to Modosky and Tim's on a 2-fight winning streak. So that's exactly where I feel like I am. And a big win over Ronny, I'd like to fight one of them too next and then, you know, get that title fight.
Last one from me. You're a great British fighter. This weekend, history is being made in British boxing. Anthony Joshua fights your fellow Brit, your fellow heavyweight. Now you're a fellow heavyweight, right? And for the first time since March, there will be fans at a fight event in the UK. What's your prediction for Saturday night's event?
Yeah, I'm going to go for my boy AJ. You know, he's going to represent just like me.
Lenny?
Sorry about that. How's it going, Linton Vassell? How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Lenny Markes from MMA Unhinged here. We've spoke quite a bit, and MK stand up. You know, MK come from MK from a small city, and now you're fighting on the biggest stages in Bellator. It makes me so happy to see you up there, especially from someone who's in the same city. It's incredible.
MK3, yeah.
Over a year, yeah. Bletchley, to be precise. Come on.
So we're talking about Bletchley. No one will know what we're talking about, Bletchley. What's Bletchley?
So over a year away out of the cage now, I can presume it's been frustrating to not being able to fight.
It has been much frustrating. Again, with no injuries. But the good thing about it, I've been able to constantly train and up my level. So, you know, in a way, I've took a big blessing out of that.
Yeah, you kind of recapped earlier about Sanford MMA. You said Gilbert Burns. You're on a roll at the moment. You got Gilbert Burns. You got Steel Murray at the moment. He's making waves in their Bellator. And you said most importantly, your Jamaican brother Jason Jackson. He's doing immense at the moment in Bellator. Yeah, Jason Jackson, that's the one. He's doing immense at the moment in Bellator. How far is he off a title shot?
I would like to say he's probably got a good another 2 or maybe 3 fights. I'd like to say. You know, I wouldn't like to rush Jason myself. He's an amazing athlete, an amazing friend as well. But I'd say another good three big wins, you know. And like, if he keeps doing the performances like he did against Benson, then yeah, give him a title fight, you know. But I think 3 more and Jason's ready. Yeah,
just my last one is Tyrell Fortune. He fought the other week and he got on the mic and said that you 2 were meant to fight. Could you talk about where that fight went and why didn't it go to plan?
So I was offered like 4 other opponents before Tyrone. And then this came to the point, they were like, we've got no one but Tyrone. I was like, all right, let's just do it. And then I got a call to fight, I think Sergey again. And then I was like, I've already fought him. So why am I going to fight him again? It wasn't even close. So then they offered that to him. That didn't happen. And then they're like, "Oh, we've got Ronny Markes for you," because I think Ronny was supposed to fight Sergey first, and then something happened. I think Karatonov couldn't get the. I think Ronny couldn't get the visa or something, and then that's how it happened. It's one of them ones,
All right, thanks for the time, Linton. Good luck this week.
No worries, thank you.